Hi everyone and welcome back to a brand new piercing reaction video. Yes, okay, so today I thought we'd go back and do another fun one, a little bit more fun, funnier one here. And we're gonna do some piercing memes. Now I loved reacting to the memes the first time, so I thought let's do that, a little bit of a change. So let's get straight into these piercing memes and we can have some fun reactions and hopefully we can relate to some of them together. Weird intro to this video. Everything going wrong in life, no piercing. Oh my god, so I've never related to anything more so in my entire life. The amount of piercings I've got when I've been really angry with something or something really stressful's happened and I'm like, right, I need some piercing therapy. It is like a real therapy for me and it really like de-stresses me. Literally, this is so relatable and I'm sure so many of you are going, yes, yes, yes. You like it? I got it pierced at Claire's and a massive hypertrophic scar on the tree. Literally, guys, I mean, I go on about Claire's all the time, but literally just stay away. Stay away. When you try getting re-pierced and it rejects you the second time, oh my gosh, seriously, yes. Like, I always go on about this all the time, but I loved my wrist piercings. I loved them so much, but like both of them rejected over time, and it is so frustrating, so frustrating. You know, and people ask me all the time, am I ever gonna get my eyebrow done again? And like, I would love to get my eyebrow done for the second time, but again, that's just, it's like, I feel like it's not gonna stay in my body and it's just gonna reject, and I don't wanna have to go through the same thing twice. Like, researches piercing prices at shops. Doesn't research the piercer. Oh my god, guys, okay. I understand if you are from a small town, there's only one piercing studio, you know, there's only one kind of person you can go to, whatever, they're few. But like, especially if you live in like a big city or you live in like a little bit more built up area, do your research. Just because someone is in a piercing studio and they have a job or whatever, doesn't necessarily mean they're amazing at their job. Unfortunately, there are going to be slightly worse people in this industry. As you've seen, if you've watched any of these piercing reaction videos, some of the piercers are absolutely horrendous and they're in studios and everything. So make sure you do your research. I obviously did my research on my piercer, Veronica Blades. I adore her, she's a great piercer. You know, I followed her online for a little bit beforehand and I checked out her work, and then obviously I went into the store and now she's my piercer. So the way your parents look at you after another piercing, perturbed. Oh my god, guys, okay, so I actually lived with my grandparents from like since I was 8 years old. I moved in with my grandparents. Long story, but at the time I used to just have my little, like, I had like an earlobe piercing here, but my grandmother absolutely hated it. I took it out, and after she passed away, I was like obviously still living with my granddad. And when I started experimenting and getting more piercings, I got a lip piercing here. And to start with, I had like a black ball on the end of it. And for ages, he actually thought I had some weird like abscess growth on my lip. He didn't realize that I had a piercing. He actually thought it was like some weird like boil or something. It was so funny. And when I changed it and put a hoop in it, he was like, oh. And I was confused, like, what? He was like, I thought you had like some infection or something on your lip. Went to get my legs waxed. Beautician does piercing as well. Oh my god. I have been sent so many stories of people saying that they've gone to somewhere who's like, one of them said they were like, their dentist did a piercing for them. And I can't this a while ago now. And like, all these people, like, don't go to someone who does all these things. Just go to an actual piercer. And it's also the same for like the plastic surgery world. I've heard, like, I'm quite into like watching like botched surgery stuff because I'm weird. And like some of the people say that they've gone to like people like their dentist and all these other beautician people, and they're like, oh, we do Botox here as well, so we can do your Botox if you want or something. And then all of a sudden they get like boils growing on their face and stuff because they've had like bad stuff. Like, go to someone who specializes in what you want. Having a nice cup of tea. It isn't a face, mum. This is the real me. Triggered. I mean, like, I will have to dispute some of this because this isn't a phase, this is the real me. However, I do agree that a lot of young people do get stuff and regret it later on. This is why I always say to you, like, if you're young, don't stretch your ears massive, like, don't do all the, like, you will change so much. Within like 15 to 25, you'll change so much. Wait until you're like maybe 18, 19 and then maybe do it. But like when you're 16 and stuff, I don't think like stretching your ears that massive, like a good idea. Or getting like a massive ton of like metal put all in your face because you'll get loads of scars and stuff along your lips and things. And I just think you need to really think about that kind of stuff. Hashtag tongue piercing life. Now, I don't have a tongue piercing, but I can imagine that's what it looks like. Ew! That, stretch your ears, girls. Do what you want, but that makes me feel a bit sick. Look closely, this is not a rubber band holding her hair in place. That's actually kind of gross. It's making me feel a bit sick. There's something about really long stretched earlobes when nothing's in it, and they creep me out. Like, it really freaks me out. I remember seeing one time when I was at work, someone had like a really like long ear stretch, and they flipped it over and then put it over the top of their ear, so it kind of like went round like this. A snake eye, a bad decision. Yes! Every single time I talk about snake eye piercings or anything like this, I always get people in the comments, I've got mine, it's fine, it hasn't damaged me. You are so lucky. You are a minority. This is not a good piercing to get. They should just call it like the gum shredder or something, or the tooth chipper. Like, just don't get it, guys. Snake eye, a bad decision. Triggered, but true. I've got plenty of jewelry down here, and they go straight in. Yes, me, same. Oh my gosh, I have so much jewelry, it's ridiculous, like literally ridiculous. And it's all the same, like it's practically all the same stuff. Like, people always ask me, can I do like a jewelry collection? I mean, I can, but the thing is, it's just literally like hundreds of like silver bars. Like, there's nothing really dramatically different. I have a little bump around my fresh piercing. It may be infected or a keloid. I'll put some disinfectant on it. Literally, this is such a common thing for people to do. They put way too much stuff on. Like, you can really burn, like with tea tree oil, you have to dilute it. You can't just put tea tree oil from the tube onto your ear, like onto your piercing, because it will burn the piercing. You have to look at what you're doing, do your research, and don't just put like a crap ton of stuff on it, because it will just irritate it even more. You have to do your research and understand what to do. So what I do, I have like a double shot glass, and I fill it halfway with some saline solution, and then add like 2 to 3 drops of tea tree oil, mix it in, and then like clean the piercing with it, and then like that's kind of what I do. If you do put too much tea tree oil, you will feel it and your piercing will burn. You'll really feel like it really irritating. Are you gonna numb it first? I find this really perplexing. I enjoy the process of getting piercings. I enjoy the pain in a way. I don't want to numb it. I don't want to do this. I want to have the whole journey. And I feel numbing is a little bit of an odd thing to do. I've seen sometimes where people are like, they're just about to do the piercing and then they like spray some weird liquid on it. And I'm like, what is that stuff? I don't know if that's numbing agency, I don't know. But I always think like, if you get piercings, just get the whole thing. I've never been to a place actually that does numbing, so I don't know if this is like an American thing, or maybe I just haven't gone to the places that do it, but I find it weird, and I'm like, no, I want to feel the whole thing. So like, as much as pain is painful, revelation of the century, as much as the pain is like painful, I actually kind of enjoy it, and I want to experience the whole thing. So like, I don't know, I feel like numbing's not a normal thing. I think my piercing is in fact, stop touching it. Literally guys, seriously. Oh my, like, I get it when you get a new piercing. It's really easy to touch it. It's really easy to want to play with it and stuff because it's new and it feels funny, but leave it alone. Once a piercing is healed, you can pull it, you can do whatever you want, but while it's healing, especially if you think you've got an infection, just leave it alone. You clean it and then leave it. Don't keep touching it. Don't keep cleaning it every 10 minutes. Like, just do it once in the morning, in the evening. That's all you need to do. Just leave it alone. Do not play with it because you will just make it worse. Oh my Lord. So make sure you do come and follow me on Instagram. There's a link down below and in the description, like in the comments. So you come follow me, send me lots of things to react to. This, like, you guys have been like killing it recently and I love you so much for it. So make sure you come and follow me. I love you. Make sure you hit the like button to really help me out. Hit the notification bell so you always know if a new video goes live. And I'll see you very soon. Be famously gay, be everything you want to be, and don't let any bitch that they take up with you because you're what? Flawless. Just to say a special thank you to my extra what's wrong with me? Special thank you to my patrons, Crew Roseberry, oh my god, Curtis Mitchell, Fred Monster, Galaxy Starfire, Kelly Bowser, Kia, Nikki NG, and Philippa Clark for being my top tier patrons. If you'd like to go a Patreon, there is a link down below. You can help me live and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, bye.